My name is Gail Deculis Johnson, owner of Sable Images. Through a Sable Images web series, Did You Know, you can take a weekly educational journey with the 9 episodes of empowering information that will inspire you to recognize the importance of preserving history and encouraging all people to honor the past. This Sable Images series was designed to promote racial harmony through heritage education. Let me share with you some of the artifacts that make you go, What we have here are slave shackles. I've actually gone as far as Africa for shackles. These are Middle Passage, and these shackles were used like on the slave ship. So we're talking probably back as far as like 1700s. They would line up the slaves, and I also have pictures of how they were actually stacked on the slave ship. They would line them up body by body, lying down on their backs, and these would go around the ankles. And this bar would go through as many bodies or however long the bar was and be connected to them. If you had to go to the bathroom and you were tied down, oh well. If you were seasick and you were connected to the body next to you, oh well. If you got sick and got malaria or whatever, oh well, including death. And so it wasn't until they decided that they were going to release the locks on these that you would be disconnected from that body that was next to you. There were also what we call rattlers. And these had like pebbles in the inside where if there was any movement, it would rattle. You could actually hear. These went around the ankles. So you can actually see that these are not symmetrically round. So you can only imagine what that feels like against that flesh of the ankle bone, the inside of this hitting that skin. These are called rattlers. These were for your wrists. These actually went around the arm, the wrist. Really interesting, intricate locking system, how they would intertwine the links of these to hold the lock together. Slave shackles. I believe that ignoring African American memorabilia today means a loss of a rich part of our history and fosters a continued subliminal prejudice. History cannot be reversed, but we can break the chain of psychological slavery. The year 2012 was the end of the projected 300 years of Willie Lynch indoctrination to cripple the minds of Africans through enslavement, breaking their spirits. Frederick Douglass said, "You have seen how a man was made a slave. You shall see how a slave was made a man." The ability to influence our environment in some small way is the first step toward building and/or restoring self-respect and empowerment. To enrich the African American consciousness, we must influence a change in the mindset. The approach for reparations should start from home, from within self, paying forward to family. Family first should be the driving force to bring change. To make a positive difference, the challenge is to become part of the struggle for truth. The psychological impact from our past runs deep. Sable Images shares its remarkable collection with a mission to inspire change. We must be held accountable to motivate and ensure change. There is power in numbers. Each one teaches one. Join us next week for another episode where you will see and be emotionally charged by nerve-shattering artifacts. Knowing our past shapes our future. Our youth must know where we have been to know where we're going.